Yes, Mr. Rauf, your questioning of the relevance of the question is very judicious, and I really respect you for that. The one who represents the prosecution says that this question is not in your first deposition, and Your Honor know that if it's not in the deposition, the prosecution has no right to ask me, because then it becomes an interrogation again, and I don't think the prosecution has the right to interrogate. This is in the investigative part in the trial, not during the court trial. No, anyway, I read to clarify here that the prosecution has the right to ask whatever question they think relevant at any point, at any stage of the trial. They can ask questions of clarifications, of details, or anything. Things that have been said in the deposition or not, but the court is asking is what we are asking of him is to go into the cross-interrogation immediately. Then, Your Honor, allow me to answer him so that what he wants to say is, was there anyone hurt or killed from the protective detail? Well, I know this is what he wants to. Yes, I did have a private detail, a private protection. Please let me remind the attorneys, all of them, from both parties. I will give them time and the opportunity to explain. No, this is just a procedural thing that the prosecution should not address the questions directly to the defendant, and then you gave them you asked them something very important. What's the relevant? And I really thank you for your objection, because what's the relevance of this question? The number of protective details. This is completely irrelevant. Go ahead. Prosecution, go ahead. Yes, I had a protective detail, but the number of the private detail was very low. When I go to visit the town out of Baghdad, basically I take a private detail of protection. These bodyguards is a low number. I'm not telling you the number because I never disclose any secrets of my about my country. If I was asked what's the number of judges, I won't give it. Was there a military detail accompanying you, and was there an air cover? Yes, I know exactly what he's going to. The protection that accompanies me outside of Baghdad is besides the small group that is the close protection. There is a wider group that from the Presidential Guard that accompany me. Yes, they were with me. When we got under fire, they informed the relevant parties. Mr. Rauf, maybe you are surprised that Saddam Hussein did not follow up on any of and pick up the phone and say, I'm being shot at, and no, all the people around me did it. I did not contact anyone, and everybody knows, and I did not even ask to be kept informed, not when I was shot and not even when my son was shot, that the head of security asked an audience to meet me to explain to me at what point they were. So I said yes, and he explained to me what happened and all the details, but I really, I promise you, I don't even remember if this incident was against, let's say, a state minister, for example, I would have followed that, but not because it happened to me. So after the incident, there was a military presence in Dujail, and there were helicopters because these are farms and farmlands, and it can't be put under control without the military. In your deposition on June 12, 2005, you said that that the fire was shot from 2 rifles approximately. Is this true? No, this deposition is not accurate. What do you mean? Did you say accurate or not accurate? No, I'm saying it's not accurate, and I know that it has been forged, and some sentences have been put in there. And I said, after I left Dujail, after I visited a few houses, and one of them was the house of the Imam of Dujail, and I stayed for a long time until one of the security people, or one of the companions, said, "Sir, we're staying here too long, and there's only one route in and out of Dujail." Dujail is a small country, a small town, and there's only one route. So you take in and out. So I stayed in the house of the Imam at least 45 minutes. And I visited another house too. And I myself took part in the assassination operation of the late Abdul Karim Qasim. And don't be surprised that I say God bless his soul. I say that about anyone who died. I even say God bless his soul about Khomeini. When he died, when I was informed, I called the Ministry of Information and I said, all our problems with Khomeini are over. Don't you ever talk back bad about him now that he's dead. Yes, give us the answer now, please. Please be patient with me like I am being patient with you. And I shot Abdul Karim Qasim, but without hatred. It was a national duty that pushed me to do it, and I had to do it. So the sister of Abdul Karim Qasim, I took care of her. God bless her soul. She died. She's dead now. And even those who were, we did the uprising and the coup against them, and those who tortured us, we treated them with respect. I took part in an operation, in a coup operation, in an assassination operation, and I know exactly how it works. And I am a peasant, and I am a son of peasants, and we know how the farmlands work, and we know we have resources and ways that people from the towns don't know. So we didn't need then. I know what you're looking for. If you try to limit the time, that even 10 minutes in the house of the Imam. Saddam Hussein, when he visits a town, stays only 10 minutes. So what you're seeking to say is that in 10 minutes, how can a big operation be planned and executed against the President of the Republic? The response is that we shot Abdul Karim Qasim, God have his soul, and we only had no more than 1 minute notice. Since the signal came, someone, Mahmoud, called us so that we understood that he was coming from the Rashid Avenue, and we went out of the hiding, and since we were informed until we executed him, no more than 1 minute has passed. So in 10 minutes, even when there has been a preparation earlier, so that you don't waste your time with questions like that. If there is a preparation, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute is enough to execute an operation, so that the snipers are distributed at their specific points where as they trained and they shoot. But who they are, how many of them, I really don't remember. I've seen the bullets, but I have not seen the snipers. I don't know how many. So what was said in the deposition, yes, I really object to what the deposition, what did they say? It's been altered and corrupted, and so that I'm calling on the court to disregard the deposition. So your deposition was taken in presence of your lawyers. They didn't see it before you signed it? This is my question. My lawyers? Yes, your lawyers were present when the deposition was taken, and they read it. And they signed it, and you signed. Did you read it? I really don't know, Your Honor, if they read it or not. I don't remember if I read it. So